So, who's in my Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame class of 2010? Up first, Al Snow. Started out as a rocker, then befriended a mannequin head, then became a respected trainer. Best known for his runs in WWF and ECW before showing up in TNA. He's a former tag, European, and hardcore champion. PWI ranked him number 52 in their top 500 in 1999. They also ranked him number 329 on their years list. Up next, The Artist. Better known as Prince Iaukea and the artist formerly known as Prince Iaukea. As Prince Iaukea, he had an impressive run as TV champion. In the dying days of WCW, the artist had a great run in the Cruiserweight division. He's a former TV and Cruiserweight champion. PWI awarded him Rookie of the Year in '97. They ranked him number 92 in their top 500 in 2000, and they ranked him number 495 on their years list. Up next, Bill Kazmaier. Best known for his run in WCW. He was also a powerlifter and strongman, setting 40 world records, won 2 IPF world titles, and 3 World's Strongest Man championships. Became famous in the 80s for winning multiple strongman competitions. Up next, Chavo Guerrero. Entered wrestling as Chavo Guerrero Jr., he's the son of legendary Chavo Guerrero and a part of the Guerrero family. He held the Cruiserweight title 6 times, and he's a tag specialist, teaming with his uncle, Hall of Famer Eddie Guerrero, and as a member of the Misfits in Action. He's a former World, Tag, and Cruiserweight champion. PWI ranked him number 17 in their top 500 in 2004. They also ranked him number 385 on their years list. Up next, Chris Jericho. He always says he's the best in the world at what he does, and now he's the Hall of Fame. He's in the Hall of Fame to prove it. A true rock star in and out of the ring. A great technical wrestler. Wrestled all over the world, as well as in ECW, WCW, and eventually WWF/E. He was a 9-time Intercontinental Champion, the last wrestler to hold the WCW World title, and the very first undisputed World Champion, defeating Stone Cold and The Rock in the same night. Headlined many pay-per-views, including the very first TLC and WrestleMania X8. And he's the only person to win a Slammy for Wrestler of the Year and Tag Team of the Year with Big Show. In addition to wrestling, he's also the lead singer of Fozzy. He's a former World, Tag, Intercontinental, US, TV, European, and Hardcore champion. He's a Triple Crown and Grand Slam champion. He won the Bragging Rights Trophy, the Queen's Cup, and the Undisputed World Title Tournament. PWI awarded him Feud of the Decade in 2010 versus Shawn Michaels. Feud of the Year in 2008 versus HBK. Most Hated Wrestler twice in 2002 and 2008, and they also ranked him number 2 in their top 500 in '09. On this channel, he's been in the top 10 3 times. Number 7 in '98, number 3 in '01, and number 4 in '09. He's also been a top wrestler 4 times. In fact, he holds the record for the longest reigning top wrestler at 19 cards. And since he's been in my top 10, former top wrestler, and a Hall of Famer, he's now a member of the Triple Diamond Club. And he's also the head of class for 2010. Up next, Damien. Luchador from Mexico, has also wrestled all over the world. Maybe you remember wrestling as Galaxy in WCW. Normally teams up with Ciclope/Halloween, was last seen in TNA as Conan's Heavy. PWI ranked him number 93 in their top 500 in 2006. Up next, Dean Malenko, the man of 1,000 holds, has wrestled in ECW, WWF, WCW, and Japan, has held multiple titles across all promotions. And while he never held the world title, PWI still ranked him number 1 on their top 500. He's a former tag, US, TV, Cruiserweight, and Light Heavyweight champion. PWI ranked him number 1 in '97, and he was also number 161 on their years list. On this channel, he's a former top wrestler as well. Up next, Finlay. His name is Finlay and he loves to fight. Best known for his runs in WCW and WWE. He's a former US, TV, and Hardcore champion. He won the Bragging Rights Trophy. PWI ranked him number 33 on their top 500 in 2007. They also ranked him number 278 on their years list. Up next, Gentleman Chris Adams. Became a champion in judo 3 times in Britain before he was 21. Known for his runs in WCCW before joining WCW, has held more than 26 regional titles, including the original iteration of the WWF Light Heavyweight Championship. Trained Stone Cold Steve Austin and popularized the super kick as a finisher. Considered a great from his era and said he could have been one of the all-time greats had it not been for drug abuse. Unfortunately, he passed away in 2001. He's a former heavyweight champion. PWI awarded him Most Inspirational Wrestler of the Year in 1986, and they ranked him twice in their years list, number 160 as a singles and number 65 as a tag team with Gino Hernandez. Up next, The Goon. Best known for his run as a hockey player in the WWF. Also wrestled as Wild Bill Irwin in WCW. PWI ranked him number 311 on their years list. Up next, Halloween. Luchador who used to wrestle as Cyclope in WCW. Frequently teamed with new Hall of Famer Damien. PWI ranked him number 89 on their top 500 in 2006. Up next, Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. A legend from the Territory days, teamed up with his father before becoming the protege of Bob Backlund. He then joined the Memphis Territory, where he teamed with Tommy Rich. However, his biggest break came when he turned heel and turned on Rich, and then had a legendary feud with Jerry the King Lawler. Later in his career, he became a manager. Then he worked as a booker in the early days of ECW while also wrestling in the NWA and USWA. He's a former tag and U.S. tag champion. PWI ranked him number 83 on their years list. Up next, John Bradshaw Layfield. Former football player turned wrestler, wrestled as Justin Hawk Bradshaw. Became popular when he went by Bradshaw and was part of the APA with Farouk. They were a pair of wrestlers for hire who worked out of their office. They smoked cigars, drank beer, played cards, and would love to fight either in the ring, backstage, or at the bar. However, he would turn his back on all that to embrace his real-life stock market success and become more of an elitist. He would win the world title and hold it for 280 days, the longest reign since Diesel's run in '95. Once he retired, he would become a commentator. He's a former world, tag, intercontinental, U.S., European, and hardcore champion. PWI ranked him number 5 in their top 500 in 2005. He's also ranked number 496 on their years list. He's a Triple Crown and Grand Slam champion. And he won the APA Invitational Barroom Brawl. On this channel, he was in my top 10 in '99, coming in at number 2. Up next, Johnny Grunge. One half of Public Enemy with fellow Hall of Famer Rocco Rock. Has competed in ECW, WCW, and WWF. Helped popularize table usage in the mainstream. He's a former tag champion. PWI ranked him number 465 on their years list. Up next, Juventud. Juventud Guerrera, or just Juvi, was one of the top cruiserweights during the height of WCW's popularity. Wrestled in Mexico, ECW, WCW, WWE, and TNA. His name means warrior youth. He's a former tag and cruiserweight champion. PWI ranked him number 25 on their top 500 in '98. They also ranked him number 140 on their years list. He has also won the X Cup. Up next, Kevin Greene. Football player who played for the Tigers in college. Was a linebacker and defensive end in a 14-year span, playing for the Rams, Steelers, Panthers, and the 49ers. Had 160 sacks in his career, making him third all-time sack leader. He's a 2-time league leader in sacks and a 3-time All-Pro. Currently outside linebackers coach for the Packers. However, he'll be best remembered by wrestling fans for his WCW run in the '90s. Up next, L.A. Park. Better known as La Parka, had wrestled in WCW, Mexico, and Japan. The chairman of the board, always playing air guitar on his steel chair, was forced to change his name because a promoter owned the rights to it, had a match to regain control of the name by beating the other La Parka, but the stipulation was later thrown out. Comes from the wrestling family La Familia Real, where many of the family uses a variant of Parka or Park in their name. PWI ranked him number 172 on their years list. Up next, Mark Henry, the world's strongest man. Been to the Olympics twice. Won gold, silver, and bronze at the Pan American Games. As a powerlifter, he's a former world and national champion, and he holds world records in squats, deadlifts, and total lift. As a weightlifter, he's a 3-time national champion, winner of the American Open, 2-time U.S. Olympics Festival champion, a NACAC champion, and held all 3 senior American weightlifting records. And as a strongman, he won the first Arnold Strongman Classic. In wrestling, he is the 4th black man to hold the world title in the WWE. He's a former world and European champion. PWI ranked him number 472 on their years list. Up next, Miss Elizabeth, the First Lady of Professional Wrestling, a manager in the WWF and WCW, best remembered for managing the Macho Man Randy Savage. Up next, Moondog Spot, a member of the Moondogs, former tag champion. PWI awarded him Feud of the Year in '92 with Moondog Cujo versus Jerry the King Lawler and Jeff Jarrett. On this channel, he was in my top 10 in '85 at number 10. Up next, the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, legendary manager. Just a few of the wrestlers he has managed: the Honky Tonk Man, Greg the Hammer Valentine, the Mountie, the Natural Disasters, Dino Bravo, the Nasty Boys, the Giant, Hulk Hogan, and the Hart Foundation. In addition to wrestling, he's also a musician. He was in the band, the Gentrys, as well as released a solo album. He has also composed numerous themes of all the pro wrestlers, or of many pro wrestlers. PWI awarded him Manager of the Year twice, in '87 and '94. He's also in the WWE Hall of Fame. Up next, Pedro Morales. He became WWF's first ever Triple Crown champion, a hero to the Latino community, first Latino world champion, one of the longest reigning world champions, has the record for most cumulative days as champion as well. Once he retired, he became a commentator. He's a former world, tag, and intercontinental champion. PWI awarded him Wrestler of the Year in '72. They also ranked him number 111 on their years list. He's a Triple Crown champion, and he's in the WWE Hall of Fame. Up next, Philip LeMessurier. Philip LaFon will best be remembered as the tag partner of fellow Hall of Famer Doug Furnas. He's a former tag champion. PWI ranked him number 163 on their years list. Up next, Psychosis, one of the top luchadors from WCW's Cruiserweight division in the 90s. Wrestled in ECW, WCW, WWE, and TNA. He's a former Cruiserweight champion. PWI ranked him at number 39 in their top 500 in '96. They also ranked him number 107 on their years list. Up next, Rey Mysterio. Considered to be one of the greatest luchadors and cruiserweights of all time. At times known as a giant killer and at others a heroic underdog. Trained by his uncle Rey Mysterio, billed Rey Mysteric in WCW, Rey has been wrestling since he was 14 years old, wrestled in ECW before going to WCW, and popularizing Lucha Libre in America as well as the Cruiserweight division. He'd win the Cruiserweight title 5 times during his WCW run. He'd lose his mask in a match with Kevin Nash. After WCW closed, he went back to wrestling in Mexico until entering the WWE with his mask back on. He's a former World, Tag, Intercontinental, U.S., Cruiserweight, and Cruiserweight Tag Champion. PWI ranked him number 4 on their top 500 in 1999. They also ranked him number 56 on their years list. He's a Triple Crown and Grand Slam champion. He won the Royal Rumble in 2006, and he won the Bragging Rights Trophy. On this channel, He's a 3-time top wrestler champion and was in the top 10 this year, coming in at number 8. That makes him a member of the Triple Diamond Club. Up next, The Rock, a third-generation wrestler, grandson of High Chief Peter Maivia and son of Soul Man Rocky Johnson. Played college football, winning the 1991 National Championship. When football didn't pan out, his dad helped him get his foot in the WWF. He would go on to become one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, one of the top stars during the Attitude Era, and considered to be one of the best talkers in the industry. A multi-time world champion, was the first black world champion in WWF, and headliner of 3 WrestleManias. He'd leave wrestling to pursue a career in Hollywood, starring in such films as The Mummy Returns, The Scorpion King, The Game Plan, Race to Witch Mountain, and Tooth Fairy. His book, The Rock Says, was a New York Times bestseller. He's a former world, tag, and intercontinental champion. PWI awarded him Wrestler of the Year in 2000, Most Popular Wrestler twice, back-to-back in 99 and 2000, and Match of the Year twice, versus Mankind in an I Quit match at Royal Rumble 1999, and versus Hollywood Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania X8 in 2002. They ranked him number 2 in their top 500 in 2000. He's a Triple Crown champion. He won the Royal Rumble in 2000, and he won the world title in a one-night tournament at Survivor Series 1998. On this channel, he's a 3-time top wrestler champion, and he's been in my top 10 twice. Number 9 in 1998 and number 4 in 2000, and that makes him a member of the Triple Diamond Club. Up next, Steve Mongo McMichael. Football player who played as a defensive tackle for 15 years, mostly for the Chicago Bears. Take 2. Mostly for the Chicago Bears, although he played for the Longhorns in college and played for the Patriots and Packers as well. He was a 2-time Pro Bowler, 4-time All-Pro, and a Super Bowl champion. Had an appearance in WWF and WrestleMania 11 before joining WCW as a commentator. He would join the Four Horsemen, known for always carrying around his Halliburton briefcase. After his retirement, he became a coach in an indoor football league. He's a former U.S. champion. Up next, Super Cal Low. Best remembered for his run in WCW. Like other luchadors being inducted this year, he may not have been a headlining cruiserweight, but he helped lay the foundation for the beloved division. PWI ranked him number 273 in their top 500 in 2003. And finally, Villano 4. A member of the Villano family, best remembered for his run in the WCW Cruiserweight division, usually teaming with his brothers Villano 3 and 5. PWI ranked him number 142 in their top 500 in 2001. So congratulations to the class of 2010.